Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. I hope you all have had a great week. Thank you all for continuing to support me as I'm back on giving my personal readings and back on YouTube. So thanks to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing and getting personal readings from me. This is going to be a check-in on the energy of Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, their current energy right now. We do have the new moon in Scorpio coming up, and I'm sure a lot of us have already been kind of feeling that energy. It's coming up on Sunday, and on Sunday I'll do my regular kind of predictions of the energy for the week, actions for Divine Masculine and Feminine, but this is just going to be the current energy, so kind of pre-new moon, like what's everyone feeling, what's everyone's energy like, and stuff like that. So obviously with the new moon and Scorpio, it's that energy of transition. It's almost kind of like a perfect energy for a new moon, right? Because you're manifesting new things. It's like you've released all of the stuff. You've released all this stuff with the full moon. You've let things die, you've let things go, and now you're in transition mode. Now you're ready to call in the new things to your life, the new things that are going to help you build up your goals, your desires, and help you become the person you're supposed to be. And I feel like that's all about what Scorpio is about. Now, it may happen in intense ways or in different ways depending on what's going on in your life, even like the houses Scorpio is in and stuff like that. But I feel like in essence, like that is the kind of ultimate new moon. It's like we are in transition here. So what are we trying to build? So let's see what's going on energy-wise. So I'm going to be using a new spread that I've created, and probably I'll be doing this a bit more over the next couple of weeks, and then also starting to offer it in my personal readings as like a current energy spread. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to start off using my Mystic Moon Signs from Spirit Love Oracle just to get the overall energy. And I will just explain as I shuffle because I have several different decks that I'm going to be taking cards from. We're going to be looking at the overall energy, obviously, for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine to see what's going on, and then clarifying it with a few different tarot decks. But do let me know in the comments like what you guys have been feeling the last few days as we're getting closer to the new moon in Scorpio. Okay, so bottom of the deck is 333 Trinity, mind, body, soul. You are in the zone. Express your true authentic self. So right now, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine are either expressing themselves or wanting to express themselves to people in their lives, and they're feeling really like in their, almost like in their A game. They're feeling, like they said, you are in the zone. They're feeling really good energetically, which is always great to hear. Okay, so now I'm just going to, actually I'll stop here so I'm not just shuffling for 5 minutes. So let's start, this is the overall energy, and then I will explain the surrounding cards that I'm going to be pulling as we go on. So overall energy, Divine Masculine, we have Violet, intuitive, spiritual, self-aware. So again, just like the bottom of the deck, it was mind, body, and soul. You are aligned. Divine Masculine is very much aligned with that feminine energy, with that intuitive side. And more than anything, I feel like they're really self-aware of what's going on right now. Very self-reflective. Divine Masculines may be thinking about, habits from the past, things that they've done, realizing lessons that maybe they haven't realized before, learning from their own actions, learning from the spiritual, learning from their dreams, and putting it all together to kind of see how it should guide them forward. So they're definitely tapping into their intuitive side, definitely feeling like drawn to certain things at this time, and feeling really good about what they are experiencing and what they're seeing as they listen to that gut feeling within them that says you should do this, you should say this, or I should research this a bit more. Seeing the good outcomes from listening to their intuition and making them feel like, okay, I can figure something out, even if it doesn't feel on a 3D level like there's a clear plan. So Divine Feminine's overall energy, it says eggs, incubation. Okay, so Divine Feminine may be feeling like they're not quite, like they're almost like incubation, like hibernation to me. They're feeling like, okay, I'm just gonna like do my own thing, stay with my like-minded people, and just kind of focus on that energy. I'm not gonna go out of my way to do too much. I'm gonna kind of stay in my pocket because again, I feel aligned mind, body, and soul. Um, so I'm gonna find other people who have similar viewpoints, who have similar experiences, and like nurture those relationships right now. For some people, it could go to the point of like hermit energy of like isolating yourself. Obviously, don't lean too much into that. You know, it's nice to be with other people as well. But I feel like it's really about spending time with like-minded people and allowing that energy to like grow even more with you, allowing it to help you grow. I feel like this is definitely about community, like with the eggs in the basket. Also, it's like incubation before it's time for something to hatch. So you could be in a learning season. Okay. Okay, sorry. You could be in a season of learning Divine Feminine, and a season where you're needing to learn and kind of lead on other people before you're ready to set out to a new chapter and kind of take on new challenges, take on a new role in your life or in the lives of others. So you're learning, you're nurturing your beliefs, you're nurturing your experiences, and you're like making the most of your environment, of your soul group that you've discovered. Some of you maybe just discovered your soul group a little bit more recently, and now you're really leaning into that and like getting advice, getting help, and feeling like you're a part of a community. So I feel like that's what's going on for the Divine Feminine. So let's get some cards to see like some of the past energy of what led to this point, and then we'll look at the future energy of what's going to happen after this point. So let's see. So for the Divine Masculine, again, they got the Violet card, which was intuitive, spiritual, and self-aware. So what kind of pushed them to this point? What pushed the Divine Masculine? That is too many cards. What pushed the Divine Masculine to this point? Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so what pushed the Divine Masculine to the point where they've tapped into more of their intuitive side, where they've been more reflective, is because something that was said to them. Someone gave them a harsh truth. Someone gave them an honest truth. I feel like someone may have given them even more than what they bargained for, because we have the Page of Swords that came out, but the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords, and yeah, the Moon. Someone gave them, it's like going to someone and saying, hey, what's the weather going to be like today? And then they're like, oh, it's gonna be, you know, sunny, partly cloudy, but also you need to work on your crown chakra because it's blocked and it's preventing X, Y, and Z. Like someone gave them more than what they bargained for, in terms of some type of truth or conversation that was had. Then that led to a series of events of really starting to reflect. It could even be for some people, especially with this Knight of Swords having blood on the sword, is that they had a conversation with someone and it kind of confirmed something that they were already feeling about that person. So if you are talking with someone and you're like, oh yeah, I have a meeting with so and so later today, we're going for lunch or whatever, you go to lunch with the person and you have like a niggling feeling on the way, like I kind of feel like something's going on with them, like I feel uneasy about them, and then something comes out like, okay, yeah, they've been doing something shady or something is going on with them. There's some type of confirmation for another group of Divine Masculine that way, where a sneaky suspicion they had about something was confirmed by someone. Others, it's like someone like almost like read them down and was like, told them about themselves, and then they're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Now, I feel like also for other people, in terms of having that niggling feeling and then it being confirmed with the Page of Swords, I can also talk about spying. So for some divine masculine, they may have had a certain feeling about, you know, their divine feminine in particular, something going on with them, and then they kind of did their own research, maybe talked to a mutual friend, something like that, and again, they confirmed um, that their divine feminine was going through something or was feeling something that they kind of intuitively were experiencing. Now, I feel like this could also be connected to dreams for whichever situation this is, of the divine masculine having certain dreams or having certain kind of gut feelings about a specific situation, and that leading them to, when they get this confirmation, they're like, okay, I can trust this. I should like figure out what this is about. I need to like decode my dream. I need to listen to this gut feeling because it just got confirmed when I had lunch with that person, that sort of thing. Now let's look at let's look at the divine feminine, how they got to this point of incubation. So what led to divine feminine being in this incubation energy? Sorry about all the loud noises. So I'm recording this on Saturday night, and I guess people are going out for Halloween or something. So sorry about that. So the card that we got for what led to the divine feminine being in this incubation energy is the Nine of Cups. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Wands. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of divine feminine who are kind of finding their groove, who are finding their soul groove, and are feeling like I found my happiness with other people in some type of way, who appreciate me, who value me, who, with the Queen of Wands, who like compliment me and make me feel supported and make me feel like I can do anything. And that's why I just want to stay in this happy place. That's why I kind of want to just lean on them and explore and get support and kind of grow as much as I can with these people, now that I know that they're kind of looking out for my best interest. So I feel like for Divine Feminine, they've figured out, or they've kind of found happiness with whoever their soul group is. And now that they found that, they're able to kind of lean in. Six of Cups. And so it could be related to, for some divine feminine, it could be related to like it could be related to, you know, spiritual things and their connection with their divine masculine and things like that. But for others, it's just completely different. Like you feel like you're hitting that groove, you're hitting that good patch. Sorry again. Well, I hope if you are out doing something for Halloween, to please be safe. Yeah. Okay, so Divine Feminine, sorry about that. Um, man, there's like a lot. Okay, sorry about that. So again, yeah, for the Divine Feminine, it could be that you're connecting with people from a more spiritual aspect, so having someone who has similar spiritual beliefs and spiritual experiences as you, and you're able to really just kind of go in that community and really thrive and learn. For other people, it could just be about, you know, finding someone who has similar interests of you, has similar things that make you happy. So whether it's like exercising or traveling or cooking or whatever, you're finding your kind of your niche, and now you're working on just kind of staying in that pocket of like learning those people and seeing what you can get out of the situation. So I feel like, again, that's very positive, of just like once you, that feeling when you find someone that you really click with, and just like saying, okay, let me just enjoy this phase. And I feel like that's where a lot of divine feminine are at. They found their groove, they're finding their people, and now they're just wanting to explore that and experience it, which is great. So if we go to the divine masculine again, we're going to see how this energy is going to continue to develop for them. So for Violet, how is this energy going to continue forward for the divine masculine? What is this energy going to lead to for the divine masculine? I feel like there's so much noise in this video. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. There we go. Okay, so future energy, divine masculine with this Violet card. One. Okay, the Star card. So yeah, they're going to continue to heal as the divine masculine continues to kind of there we go, continues to tap into their own self-awareness and intuitive energy. They're going to be able to like heal things within themselves. I feel like they're going to take that self-awareness and really heal some blockages that they've been experiencing, really heal some obstacles they've been going through, not only with how they connect with other people, but how they connect with themselves. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords, so they're going to be doing some deep work with how they think about themselves, how they feel about themselves, and how they are able to move forward. Because again, this is about trusting their gut instinct, trusting their intuition to bring them forward and take them to the right place, and being more kind of self-aware and using that self-awareness to make the best decisions possible. There we go. Okay. So we also have the Wheel of Fortune card. So again, they're going to be progressing forward. They're going to be making a lot of progress, clearing karma, you know, doing the inner work, basically. The Emperor. And they came out as the Emperor, I think, a week or two ago. So I think they're going to be using that energy to continue to like make a strategy and really build going forward. Really figure out what their next plan is. I feel like I don't want, maybe not for every divine masculine, but I feel like for a good number of divine masculine, they're going to be finally following this intuitive energy, following the lessons that spirit is showing them, and they're going to use that to not only heal themselves, but to make a path forward. Some of them don't even know what's coming toward them. A lot of them don't know what's coming to them. Like everyone has a plan, but it's like the universe is stepping in and saying, actually listen to this feeling, because we are going somewhere you don't even know. Like we're clearing karma, and your 5-year plan was your 5-year plan when you were dealing with all of your obstacles. Our 5-year plan for you is after you've healed this stuff and these obstacles aren't even around. So it's going to like blow your mind. Bottom of the deck, again, with the Emperor, it's like it could be in March of next year where divine masculine really starts going to overdrive of like seeing the bigger picture of what the universe is really trying to tell them. And I feel like for divine masculine, that's a very not a difficult process, but it's just a different role for them of needing to take that listening role versus that act first and think about it later role, right? So I feel like they're, again, by tapping into their intuitive energy, tapping into their self-awareness, they're learning things and they're using that so they can, in the future, when it's really time to like take on the new path that the universe has for them, they're going to be able to do that with ease. So let's look at the divine feminine and see how this incubation energy is going to be like going forward. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Okay, So there will come a time after this incubation, after you've been with your soul group and really learning and growing and getting all of the, like I said at the beginning describing this, you're getting all of the kind of resources and knowledge that you need so that when it's time to hatch and go into the next phase, you're ready for it. So that next phase is going to be with the Emperor, is going to be you having a plan for yourself going forward because you've gotten all this knowledge. Now it could also be because we just had this Emperor card at the bottom of the deck in relation to the Divine Masculine. Your Emperor, your Divine Masculine, is also a part of the next phase after you've done all of your self-work, all of your growing. Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry about this. Yeah, but that next phase can really also be about the Divine Masculine coming to you in a different way or a new way, because it's like you're both going through your own process. And it's almost like you're both going through your incubation process in different ways, with the Divine Feminine getting her incubation from the environment, from the soul group, and the Divine Masculine getting incubation from spirit, from listen to what we're telling you. And again, so the next phase of the Divine Feminine, really having a plan going forward of how to use the knowledge that's been gained, how to use the skills that have been gained to kind of transition to the next path, the next stage in their journey. And again, of course, Divine Masculine with the Emperor card. And okay, bottom of the deck, Hierophant. So again, your Divine Masculine's coming, Divine Feminine, but don't think of it as like, oh my gosh, they're coming and like I need to get ready. It's like you getting ready for your Divine Masculine is you focusing on yourself, is you focusing on your soul group, on learning all that you can and being the best version of yourself as you can. And you know, I feel like that's one of the hard things to understand sometimes about this journey, is that it's like the best thing that you can really do for the connection that you have with your Divine Masculine or your Divine Feminine is to literally not think about them and to literally just work on what you need to do to better yourself and become the person that you're supposed to be. Because by you doing that, you are growing as a person. And so whether or not your Divine Masculine or Feminine is 5 months ahead of you or 5 months behind you, they're still going to feel your shifts, right? And then at everyone's, you know, universal appointed time, they will go through this stage. And this to me is like the crown chakra. This is the 7th chakra. So maybe Divine Feminine, you've already gone through this and now you're in the incubation of really like finding your groove and learning and stuff about how to take your happiness and make it more and grow it more and kind of become the Queen of Wands and become the Knight of Pentacles. While the Divine Masculine is a little bit behind. They're still working on aligning all their chakras. Remember, again, the bottom of the deck was 333 Trinity, mind, body, and soul. So we're all about being in the zone. We're all about being aligned. And so Divine Feminine is expressing themselves with their soul group, and Divine Masculine is expressing themselves by listening to themselves, by being self-aware, by being intuitive. Look at this, 10 of Swords, what we're just talking about with this new moon in Scorpio. We're in transition, so it's like in the future, Divine Feminine, after all this incubation and knowledge gathering and all stuff like that, you're going to be ready to like end that chapter of your life so that you can start a new one. You're going to be able to transition and ready to transition to the next aspect of your life to balance. So for some of you, that could be traveling, it could be changing your job, it could be switching things up in a big way. But right now, you're in that energy of I just need to learn. I need to like learn as much as I can. I need to just be in this groove and make sure I stay high vibe and that my mind, body, and soul is aligned with like-minded people. And that's where you should be. So what I want to do now is get a message from the Twin Flame message deck. And I'm sorry for all of the like pauses and noise in this video. Again, I think people are celebrating Halloween, going out, so they're quite excited. So let's get a message. Twin flame message from the Divine Masculine for what's going on. Okay, so we got two cards. It says, my heart is telling me to just do it. So like I said, Divine Masculine are working on following their intuition. They're looking on following the universe's guidance to them. Crown chakra, again, that's saying it's time for you to do something, or you should do something, or something is calling out to them. The next card that we have is the grass wasn't greener on the other side, which again calls to me the self-awareness aspect that I mentioned before, really being aware of their own actions, being aware of the lessons that they've been meant to learn in this life and figure things out. And look at this, you've been in my dreams as the bottom of the deck. Again, I think I may have mentioned the dream aspect of before, but with the intuition, with the feminine energy of the crown chakra, that intuitive energy, it's feeling signs, feeling that just deep knowing about something, like whatever it was that guided them, that showed them, okay, you need to listen to your gut feeling, whatever this conversation was, whatever this discussion was with the Page of Swords that we talked about before. So Divine Masculine is definitely like on the right path. They're in the midst of some healing. So if you are in contact with your Divine Masculine, or if you Divine Masculine are in contact with your Divine Feminine, just remember to practice self-care and be patient with yourself and be patient with your Divine Masculine, because there is a lot going on for them that they're trying to figure out, because this again isn't their kind of natural go-to energy. Their go-to energy is to like go, 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 and like maybe I don't listen to my gut feeling, maybe I don't listen to that intuitive side of myself. So they're now being shown and figuring out how to best do that. So let's get something for the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine. So we have, I can still feel you. So the Divine Feminine right now is definitely just focusing on themselves right now. Like I said, they're in their sweet spot. They're like with their like-minded people. But they can still feel their Divine Masculine. It's interesting because again, we got the Emperor as like the future outcome of this incubation energy of what it's going to develop into, and the kind of double meaning in reference to the Divine Masculine. So I feel like they know that this is time, the Divine Feminine know that this is time for me to just like do my thing and be with my people. Because I can still feel you. I can still feel you in my dreams, energetically, all of that stuff. So it's not like you've gone anywhere, but it's time for me to like focus and learn things that I need to learn. So let's get one more energy, a message for the future. So we have, I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. So that could be something that Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine are saying to one another. Yeah, so maybe more masculine, because the bottom of the deck says, I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to, which is what I was talking about with the Page of Swords. So that could be something in the future where the Divine Masculine's learning to express themselves and are wanting to move forward, and they're saying, like, I don't always know what to say to you. I can't always express myself in the way that I would really hope to be able to do to you. So that is the reading. I hope, again, the pauses weren't too distracting in the background noise, but apparently lots going on. Let me know if this resonates with you and what you've been experiencing. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description below. You can also email me if you have questions about any of the spreads or anything like that. And other than that, I will see you for Sunday's video with some predictions for the week for all of this new moon and Scorpio energy that we're feeling. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.